Hey guys, it's Michaela and welcome to my channel. For the first time ever, I am super excited to finally be filming this video. I have been kind of putting it off for a while, and then of course it was the holidays, we had family visiting, and I just had so many excuses, so I finally said no more, and here we are. So I actually had posted on social media almost a month ago that I was planning on starting a YouTube channel, and I sort of did it in a way of holding myself accountable because it's something that I've wanted to do for a few years now, but could never really get myself to do it. So I figured, why not just post it where everyone can see? That way I have no choice but to actually follow through with it. So for my first video, I figured it would be the easiest, the most basic, to do a Q&A. With that being said, I had posted on Instagram 3 separate times asking you guys to ask me questions. So I got a lot more than I was expecting to, which is really awesome. A lot of them were on the same topic and everything, so I actually have the screenshots and I'm going to try to go through them as best and as organized as I possibly can. The first one that I want to start with is, what is the name of the channel? And the name of the channel is just going to be my first and last name, Michaela Becker. I thought about making it just Mick instead of Michaela, since that's what majority of my friends call me. I was hoping I could make it something fun, like my first name and my middle name, but my parents decided not to give me a middle name, so thanks, Mom and Dad. So it's just Michaela Becker, nice and easy, simple. It's me. I don't know. Someone did ask, what did you get for Christmas / what did you get your mans? By the way, both of us went way overboard on Christmas this year for each other. Like, I don't know. I'm scared for one day when we have kids because both of us just like spoiled each other beyond belief, and it was just fun. But majority of the stuff that he got me were things for me to use to start this YouTube channel. One of them being this ring light that I'm using. It's like the best thing ever and I love it. I honestly, in my heart, believe that everyone should get ring lights. Like, they change everything. They're amazing. He also got me the camera that I'm using and I'm still trying to figure out. He also got me this amazing backdrop that I'm using along with the stand that is holding it, which I'm so excited about. He got me a few pairs of 90-degree leggings, which I actually had asked for because they are an awesome dupe for Lululemon leggings. I would rather wear something that I'm not afraid to ruin, which is kind of hard when you have Lululemon and you work around kids, because I don't want to wear my Lululemon around kids knowing that things are going to get dirty, they might rip, things like that. So he got me a few pairs of 90-degree leggings along with a couple of their jackets, which are super similar to the Lululemon Define jackets. I actually kind of like them a little bit better because they almost felt thicker than the Define jacket, but that's just my opinion. Jamel also got me a stack of Ellen Hopkins books, which I'm so excited about because Ellen Hopkins is one of my all-time favorite authors. Jamel also got me a couple pairs of sneakers that I am obsessed with. First, I got him a steamer. He is like the most anal about having clothes ironed. Like, I'm the opposite. I'll use my straightener to iron my clothes, and it's like I can literally see the pain in his eyes when he watches me do that. So I figured a steamer was a great gift for him. It's a mini one, so when we travel he can take it with him. I also got him a blender. I got him the NutriBullet combo blender, which is, in my opinion, is the coolest thing ever because it has the full blender, but then it also has just the single serving cup that goes on the same base, which I thought was pretty cool. I also got him a few clothes off of Boohoo, some stuff for his Xbox, and then my kind of gag gift that we actually end up using a lot more than expected. I got 2 Nerf guns for us that we have had a couple wars now, and they actually hurt a lot more than I had anticipated, which now I kind of regret getting them, but it's something fun to have in the house when I felt like getting a steamer and a blender and clothes. Like, I don't know, we're older but not that much older, so I wanted to keep like the fun and joy of Christmas alive. So, alright, next question. So someone asked, how did you and Jamil meet? Basically how Jamil and I met, it was through social media. We both had mutual friends and he slid into my DMs. He told me I was cute and he asked for my number. Just so funny looking back on it. Just like so funny thinking about it now, and it's kind of embarrassing. But so basically we were talking, just texting back and forth for about a month before we actually like physically met each other. As he is originally from New Jersey. He went to the University of Maine, and I'm from Maine. And it was really funny because the first time we were texting, I was actually driving to New Jersey, and I had told him that because he asked what I was doing. And he was like, oh my gosh, no way, I'm from Jersey. But he was actually in Maine at the time, and then it was literally the day I left New Jersey was the day he left Maine. So we just kept like crossing paths, and the timing wasn't ever right. And then we kind of stopped talking for a little bit. Then I started preseason for cheering. He had camp for football, so we were both at the University of Maine. But like, camp for football in college is intense. Like, I don't know. He had a lot of practices. I feel like he had no time to do anything. Whereas like we had 2-a-days for cheering, but it was like nothing crazy. So finally one night we were able to meet up in person, except he's so, looking back on it, it's like such a Jamil thing. We were talking all day about it, just like thinking of meeting up at one of the college housing complexes. So we were texting all day about it, and it was like time for him to come, and he wasn't answering me. So I got in the shower and like took all my makeup off. Literally the second I stepped out of the shower, I had a text from this man, and it was like, hey, like, I'm here. So I'm like, what the freak? Like, I don't know, the first time I met someone that I wanted to, like, I was talking to and like was developing feelings for, I wanted to like look cute and like leave a good first impression, but no, I looked like a wet dog. And I remember because I had said something to him about it, I was like, oh my gosh, like, he walked into the apartment, and yeah, I like, this dude is big. So I'm like, first of all, looking at him like, whoa. But then I'm like, oh my god, like, I'm sorry, I literally just got out of the shower, I look crazy. And he was like, no, you look cute, don't worry about it. And then I think that's when I fell in love with him. Our little Hallmark story. Yeah. Modern day love story, clearly. Alright. Another question on the topic of Jamil. Who's a better cook, you or Jamil? And I would have to say, I'm the better cook. I definitely think I am, not to like toot my own horn, but lately I've really been enjoying cooking. Like, I love cooking, but I will say Jamil can cook. Like, he's a pretty good cook, he just doesn't cook because I do. But he makes some pretty good scrambled eggs, so I'll give him that. So I'm the better cook, but Jamil's still a good cook. Sometimes. Someone said, how many kids do you want? And if it were up to me, I literally think I would have all the kids in the world. Like, I love kids. I'm the youngest of 4 kids, so there were 6 of us in our family, and I just, like, I love that. There were 2 boys, 2 girls. Like, in my mind, like, that is perfect. Like, how much more perfect could that get? I just know, like, being a mom is something that I have always dreamed about. It's something I know I want to do in life. A lot of my friends are like, you're crazy, but so is my baby fever right now. I don't know. So if it were up to me, like a minimum of 4 kids. Speaking of kids, someone asked, do you work? And I like this one because I feel like a lot of people just assume that I don't work because Jamil is in the NFL. I don't know. I kind of in a way don't ever see myself not working, but right now in California I'm nannying and I freaking love it. The parents are awesome, like, love them. Someone said, do you have any pets? And the answer to that is no. If it were up to me, it would always be no. And I think it's really funny because I say that and then people automatically are like, you have no heart, you don't like animals? Which I like animals, I do. I like dogs, but I don't like dog hair everywhere. I don't like when dogs lick me. Like, I don't know. The smell of wet dog is like one of my top 3 worst smells in the world, like, and dog breath. Oh, I don't know. I don't think it's right for us in this time just because we travel a lot and like our schedules are crazy and we just don't have time for a dog. And I say dog because I know Jamil wants a dog. Favorite places to shop. All right. I like this one because I don't know, I feel like a lot of people have like their like go-to stores and I don't necessarily think I do. Basically my favorite place to shop is anywhere with cheap clothes. Like I cannot justify spending like more than $15 on a shirt. Like I get why other people do because I understand like you get what you pay for and the quality is better, but I don't re-wear clothes a lot and I know that's awful to say, but I don't know. I feel like I get sick of the same thing very easily, so I would rather buy a shirt for $2, wear it like once or twice, and then give it away than spending like $40 on a shirt and then feeling like I just wasted my money. If I really had to like pick one place where I could only get clothes from there for the rest of my life, it would be Amazon because Amazon has everything, like literally everything you could need. This that I'm wearing right now, Jamil got me this for Christmas. It's a set. It's from Amazon. Like, it's super comfy and it's cheap. Like, Amazon. My, like, one of my favorite pairs of boots that I'm literally wearing them in my past, like, 15 freaking Instagram pictures are from Amazon. They're super comfortable. Love them. So, I don't know. I feel like Amazon is pulling to the front for my favorites. But I will say, super random, that I never thought I would shop here. New York and Company has the best jeans that I've ever put on, other than the good American jeans that my mom gave me. But I don't want to spend money on those. Jamil's mom actually is the one that kind of got me hooked on New York and Company because for my birthday last year, she got me a pair of jeans from there. And it's so funny because I feel like I never really wear jeans because I could never find jeans that fit me. Just because like, especially after my knee surgery, one of my legs is smaller than the other, like very noticeably smaller. So jeans just fit weird. And they did before anyway, just because like I have thick thighs. I have thick freaking hips. Like, not saying I'm thick, but like they're wide in like ways that are weird to put jeans on. So it was really funny to me that Jamil's mom was able to find a pair of jeans that when she mailed them to me without me trying them on in the store or anything, they fit like a freaking glove, to the point where like I went and I ordered like 3 more pairs of jeans from New York and Company because I loved them so much. And I guess it's because I'm a woman now, so I shop at women's stores. So those are my favorite places to shop. Clearly. Oh my gosh, I'm a mess. Someone asked, what was your high school experience like? Would you go back and change anything? And this question is super interesting to me because I feel like the first time that I saw it, I feel like it was at least 2 weeks ago now, I saw it and I was really thinking about it and I was like, what was it like? And I know that high school was like probably some of the worst times of my life, like the literal worst, like rock bottom times. But I also think about high school and I think of like some of the best times, so I know it's like, I don't know. I wouldn't necessarily go back and change anything just because like I'm low-key a firm believer that everything happens for a reason, and if I like start to dwell on the past and like want to change the way it was and like the way things went, that I wouldn't be where I am today. I don't know, a little, that's just how I am. So no, I wouldn't necessarily go back and change anything, but I wouldn't necessarily do it again. That's for sure. I don't know. I feel like in the moment, high school was great, and like maybe I freaking peaked in high school. I don't know. I kind of hated it because like I went to school with some pretty shitty people who just like, I don't know. High school, would anyone do it again? I think the only reason I would ever go back to high school is just to like, one, have like that set schedule of like knowing exactly what you're gonna do, and then I would go back for cheering because like high school cheering was my all-time favorite. I loved cheering at games in high school. Cheering competitions in high school were like my all-time favorite. So like if I didn't have that, I feel like I 1000% would be like, F high school, never again. But cheering is probably the only thing that makes me sit here right now and think, well, like, I liked this. And I can like flat out say I'm not really friends with anyone I was friends with in high school, and I'm pretty happy about that. I got so many of these. Like, how's life in Cali? What was your move across the country like? How is it living so far from family? There's more. What has it been like moving across the country? How's your life changed since moving from Maine to Cali? And what is the best part? Is it hard being away from family? Before this is a million freaking minutes long, I had moved from Maine to Michigan, and then we spent 3 months in Michigan before we went to California. Being able to live in Michigan and have it be so similar to Maine made the transition to moving to California a lot easier. Moving to California is like, I never in my life pictured myself living in California. And it's pretty funny because my sister lives in California, and I would always be like, I don't understand how you live so far away from the family. Like, I would never be able to do that. Being away from my family is definitely the only thing that makes this transition in my life super hard, because when I was in Maine, I was still living with my parents. My nephew was super close. I have my brothers there, and like, it's just, I don't know, like, I love my family and I love being around them, so not having them is so hard. I will definitely say, like, thank freaking Jesus for FaceTime. I know that I annoy the heck out of my mom because I literally will FaceTime her multiple times a week, and a lot of times it's like more than once a day. And sometimes I'll call her and I don't even have any rhyme or reason as to why I called her. Like, I simply just want to like see my mom. Living so far from my family is hard, and it's definitely the hardest during holidays because majority of like the big holidays fall during the season, so Jamil and I aren't necessarily able to travel. Like, technically I could go home, but like, I'm not trying to leave my boyfriend out here by himself. Like, that's just not, I can't bring myself to do that. I'm not about to go home and spend time with my family when he isn't able to do the same. But like, life in California is it's so good. It's so good. California is so cool because you can literally be looking down a road that is lined with palm trees, and then there's like mountains covered in snow in the background. Like, it's amazing. I think I really like California. How has your life changed since moving from Maine to California? And I just think like, I feel like I'm so much happier not living in Maine, and I want to like tell every single person, get out of Maine. Like, not even just Maine, wherever you grew up should not be where you stay. And I'm not saying that like you can't stay there, but I definitely think it's so worth just getting out and seeing like what else this world has to offer. I feel like I just learned so much, not even just like about the world, but about myself by simply leaving where I was born and raised. And I am just so much happier. And like, Lord knows we had way too many toxic people that we needed to leave in Maine anyway, which... So I had a few questions like around the fact of what is it like dating a pro athlete? And like, this question, I don't know why I think it's so hard to answer. I think the hardest part about it is like, when I think about mine and Jamil's relationship, I don't necessarily like look at it and be like, I'm dating a pro athlete. Like, I look at it and I'm like, I'm dating Jamil, who plays football for a living. Like, I don't know. It's just really interesting. I feel like it's like dating anyone. Like, I don't know. Jamil and I had, like I said, been together for about 2 years before he was drafted, so we were able to already kind of establish our relationship. We already knew like each other inside and out, so it was just, I feel like that in itself really made the transition into like him being in the NFL a lot easier. People who see my life from the outside just like automatically think like, oh, she's dating an NFL player, so it's all like butterflies and rainbows, like glitz and glamour, like instant millionaires. Like, that's not even remotely close to what it is. Now that I'm in it, it's just like this. It's not bad. Like, it's not. I love my relationship. I love like where we are. I love everything we get to experience and everything, but it's just like it's not what people think that it is, and it's just like sometimes I wish I had had like help manual on like dating a pro athlete, just because I didn't know what I was getting into, and like there's no way to really know until you're in it and it's happening. But no, like it's just, I don't know. Sometimes it's like frustrating when people are like, find me an NFL player. Like, no. I don't know. It's just, it's weird to me that people really just think it's like you date a professional athlete and then all of a sudden you have like a perfect relationship, and not, like, it's not. And our relationship wasn't perfect before we were like in all of this, and it's definitely something that can't necessarily be understood unless like you're actually living in it. And I think that's probably one of the hardest parts about dating a pro athlete is I feel like a lot of times like when I'm having problems in my like personal life or like things within like my own head and I try to like reach out to friends about it, they're always just like, you're dating an NFL player, like seriously, your life's perfect. And it's just like, it's not though. And I think it's kind of like not fair for people to view it like that because they really don't understand. I didn't think it would be this hard, but it is hard. And it's also hard in the fact that I don't want to say something and have people automatically think that like this is how everyone who's dating a pro athlete feels, because not at all. Just because like not everyone's career is going to be the same and not everyone's relationship is going to be the same, and it's just, it's really hard to answer. Like it's so fun, it's so cool, like we've been able to do things like I would have never imagined. Like went to a movie screening of a movie that wasn't even out yet, and it was like the coolest thing ever. And then I got to take a picture with Jamie Foxx after. Like things like that are so fun and so cool, but like I feel like people think that that is like our life every single day, and it's not even close. Like half the time like we're on the couch watching You on Netflix like everyone else. Like we're very normal people, and I think that's probably the worst part about dating a pro athlete is people are so quick to forget that like athletes are humans. I don't know. I feel like now I'm like using this as like a platform. Like, stop hating athletes. Like, they're humans. They make mistakes too. But like, honestly, stop, because some of you are freaking crazy. Like, literally crazy. Another thing that I would say is hard about it is just the fact that it's so unpredictable. Like, we literally moved in 2 days last year when we came back to California from Michigan. Like, people really think that it's like nothing but glitz and glamour, and it's just, it's real. Like, it's real life. Like, real things are still happening to us. Like, we still get in arguments about little things, like who's gonna take the trash out, like things like that. Like, it's a super normal relationship. Like, we are just able to do more things, I guess. I don't know. I will say that one of my all-time favorite parts about dating a professional athlete is just having the excuse to rep him all the time. Like, I will admit that in like the healthiest way possible, I am obsessed with Jamil. Like, I think he is the coolest person ever. He's so fun to be around. He's so easygoing. Like, everyone that knows him just loves him. Like, it's so hard to hate this man. He's so cool. Like, I freaking love him. I'm so in love with him. And like, just being able to like have an excuse to be like showing him off all the time. Like, I have a pop socket and it has his number and his name on it. I have a necklace with his number on it that like I wear every single day, and it's just like little things like that. I love wearing shirts and stuff with his name and his number, and like I even have a shirt with him as a bobblehead on it, and it's so cute, and it's just like it's so cool to me that I can really just like show off the like person that I love so much all of the time. And it's like it's so cool. Alright guys, so that is all of the questions that I had, and I just want to thank everyone who asked questions because without them this video would have no content. So thank you for that. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my page. If you have any ideas of other videos that you would like to see from me, comment down below because that would be greatly appreciated, as I feel as though I am not creative at all lately now that I am really starting this YouTube journey. So anything helps. And again, like and subscribe. We did it. That's it. First video. It's done.